Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, The Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 1 dropped last night on Disney Plus, and that was the real social media buzz for the last 24 hours or so. You know, people were really excited to get back into The Mandalorian because Season 1 was such a huge success, and the social media buzz was unbelievable. And I had a really good time with it. I really did. I really like it. I think it's the best Disney content of Star Wars that they've done since they purchased the brand. You know, I'm not a die-hard Star Wars fan, so I'm not critical of some of the stories that they tell and stuff like that. But I am a fan of The Mandalorian and some of the other prequel stuff they've done, like Rogue One and Han Solo. But let's get into Mandalorian. This episode, 52 minutes, directed by Jon Favreau, written by Jon Favreau. Really well done, man. This is a brilliant episode. And it's only the first, so we've got 7 more episodes to go. And I just wish I could binge all of them right now because I'm really invested into these characters, into this world. And that's what they did in Season 1. A really good job. And Jon Favreau, credit to him, has done a really good job creating this world that's already created of all the other content of Star Wars we have, but to bring in a character that has no facial emotions, we never get to see his face, and then a little baby Yoda, and make that relationship heartfelt, and us engaging with that relationship as audience, I think is really well done. But this episode, basically, you have Den, the Mandalorian. He has Baby Yoda. He's trying to get Baby Yoda back to his kind, you know, reunite them per se, you know. But he also needs to get other Mandalorians to help him in his cast because other people are coming after him and Baby Yoda. The Baby Yoda is valuable. He's wanted. He goes to this kind of underground fight place. Huge crowd in there, and these two guys are in the ring just slaying each other with axes, and it's pretty cool, and they look really weird. But he's trying to find information off an alien in there. And the alien double crosses him, you know. He wants the Mandalorian suit, very, very special. He wants Baby Yoda, and he get a lot of money for that. So he tries to double cross them. Then there's 3 or 4 guys around him with guns, and you think he's F, you know. You know how he's going to get out of this. But we got to see in a bit of the trailer how he gets out of it. The minute Baby Yoda sees that gun come up, he just goes back into his chamber, and he knows what's about to go down. And what I like about this scene, we get to see a lot of hand-to-hand combat with Den. You know, he's not just a gunslinger. He just isn't going to shoot people and that's it. He can fight toe-to-toe with people, and he takes on 3 or 4 people here and he puts them down. And it shows how kind of tough the Mandalorian suit is, because people try to box it, probably break their arm, break their hand, and he just doesn't feel anything, and he headbutts them, and it's used as another advantage for him as a Mandalorian. But he catches up with the guy who tried to double-cross him. He hangs him from a light post. He says, "Tell me the information." The guy goes, "I'll tell you if you just don't kill me." And he says, "You won't die by my hands." But anyway, he finds out that another Mandalorian is on Tatooine, and that's where he needs to go next. And so he kind of half believes that guy, and he doesn't kill him, but while he's walking away, he shoots out the light, and there's these monsters with red eyes, these little aliens, whatever they are. We don't get to see them, but they're creeping on that guy, on that alien guy, and he's about to get absolutely butchered. Would have been better off the Mandalorian just shot him in the head. But then the episode starts. You know, this was really cool about these Western-themed Mandalorian episodes, is the episode didn't even start yet, and then we're getting into it, and you're already hyped, you're already into this story, and you just can't believe that the season is back. But he goes to Tatooine, he meets an actor who I love, and an actor, when he was added to the cast, I was like, man, this season can't come quick enough. Timothy Olyphant is a great actor, and he is typecast as this kind of sheriff cop in a lot of things. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Quentin Tarantino, the Justified TV show where he played a sheriff. Even Fargo that's on right now, he's a sheriff in that. He is typecast, but he's such a good actor that you don't really get tired of him playing this kind of character, and he brings something new to it every single time, and that's what he does here. He has the Boba Fett armor. He's not a Mandalorian, and then takes that to heart, because the Mandalorian suit to him is a special thing that you earn, not one that you just put on. You're meant to be a Mandalorian, and that's it. But it looks like two of them will have a gunfight. You know, that's what it looks like in the bar, but they come to terms with each other. They don't. They sit down, they talk, and they realize that they can help each other. There's a common enemy in this town. This town has a dragon, a crate dragon or something like that. Pretty cool dragon, but this causes problems for the town because it eats a lot of the animals, the livestock, stuff like that. And he just goes through and causes destruction underground. And the people are in fear of it, and they should be. This dragon is huge and is a big, big threat. But the Mandalorian says, "I'll help you kill the dragon if you give me the Boba Fett Mandalorian armor." And that's the deal that they make. Now, this town isn't full of fighters, But Timothy Olyphant is brought into this season, and I really like this character straight away. They give some backstory how he got the suit. They give some backstory of how he became such a kind of an important figure in this town. He took down some guys who were kind of coming in and taking over the town. That was pretty cool. I like that little backstory that we got there. They also have met the Tusken Raiders as well. They're kind of off to the community. They're not a part of the community, but they're off to the community, and the two communities kind of are envy with each other, and they fight over stuff and steal from each other and things like that. So they don't really get on. But the Tusken Raiders want to get rid of this dragon as well. So they all have a common goal, is to get rid of this dragon. I loved the plan that was executed to go take down the Krayt Dragon. The Krayt Dragon CGI, it looks so realistic. It looks freaky. I was practically like, anything could happen here. They come up with a plan to try and kill the Krayt Dragon. I was not expecting the Krayt Dragon to have kind of this, you guys probably know what it's called, if it's Star Wars lore, I don't know, but this kind of acid coming out of his mouth, this liquid, and it just burns you. And it looks like they're about to beat the dragon, but then the dragon opens his mouth, and this fluid comes out, and it just takes out people. I'm like, how are they going to beat this crazy monster, this crazy dragon? And I did have a feeling that Olyphant's character, Cod, I think was called, or Con, he was going to get killed. I thought he was going to sacrifice himself in some kind of great way, but I'm glad he didn't die. And that last sequence where the two of them are just flying and shooting and taking down the dragon, brilliant. You know, there's some iconic moments that really got me out of my seat in terms of Star Wars Disney content, and that's when Darth Vader and Rogue One just absolutely slain, or when Kylo Ren kind of helps Rey, and the two of them taking down kind of the knights in that scene, The Last Jedi. And this is another one of those scenes, pretty badass, pretty cool, pretty well done. And they finally defeat the dragon. He gives over the armor, and the Mandalorian has it, and he's riding off into the sunset. And what I like about that scene also is, you know, the kind of the black bars at the top. It kind of transitions in and out of that to a full screen, and then the boxed screen. And sometimes when shows or movies do that, it takes me out of it. But somehow this takes me into it. It makes me kind of sit up and take notice a little bit more of what's going on. And they do that pretty well. The score, again, is absolutely brilliant. You know, it kind of has a little bit of similarities to the Rocky, the original Rocky score. If you listen back, you kind of hear it a little bit, because look, I studied music in school. Like, every music that we hear is kind of similar to each other. It's just played a higher note or a lower note and stuff like that. But that was also cool. Then we get to see the return of Boba Fett himself, the original Boba Fett, Tira Morrison, isn't it? I think that's what it's called. Definitely his second name is Morrison. What's the story with him? How did he get out of the situation he was in? We all thought he was dead, but he's alive. Or is it actually him? That could be another possibility, but I think it has to be that Boba Fett character, and I hope we get to see a backstory of how he lost his suit, how he got out of the situation he was in, out of the pit, and what kind of character is he now? Remember, he always wasn't, even in the original trilogy, he wasn't really that good of a guy, you know. So what's going to happen in that situation? Is then the Mandalorian going to team up with him? Boba Fett and the Mandalorian, will he get his suit back? I don't know. It's some interesting scenario to bring up for the rest of this season. But I hope Timothy Olyphant's character comes back again. I really think he did a good job, and I really like this character. Definitely. Baby Yoda had some moments, some comedic moments, but didn't do anything overall to the story. It was more like a Den and Timothy Olyphant's episode, which is perfectly fine. But overall, brilliant episode. 52 minutes of pure entertainment, pure fun, more like. And I can't wait for episode 2. Really can't wait. Guys, have you seen The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1, The Marshal? Such a good episode. I'm so hyped for the rest of this season. Let me know below what you thought of the episode. Give a like, comment. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I appreciate it. And come follow me on Twitter at MovieWolf100 and Instagram at MoviesThatMatterTheViking. And let's talk about this further, because I thought it was great. Yes, it's back, and I'm slowly turning into a diehard Star Wars fan.